In the great competition for survival, climbing plants cheat the system. Unlike traditional plants that invest valuable resources into thick trunks, climbing plants, such as cucumber, use tendrils to attach to other structures and ascend towards sunlight. Gardeners and scientists alike have long been fascinated by these tendrils. Charles Darwin himself noted that the tendril must form both a right-handed and a left-handed helix so that there is no net twist.
Tendril coiling is caused by an internal fiber ribbon composed of two layers of stiff fiber cells. After the tendril is stimulated, one layer of the fiber ribbon shrinks relative to the other, introducing curvature and ultimately changing the shape of the entire tendril. Fiber ribbons extracted from coiled tendrils retain the same helical shape, indicating that the stiff internal layer dominates the shape of the tendril.
In order to learn more about how this process works, we recreated the coiling mechanism with a physical model made from two rubber strips that are stretched and then bonded together. When we pull apart the coiled model, it simply unwinds back to its original flat shape. Surprisingly, when we pull a true fiber ribbon, it actually winds even further. We determined that this counterintuitive overwinding is related to how much the fiber ribbon resists bending and can be induced in the rubber model by adding a fabric ribbon to the interior of the helix and a copper wire to its exterior. Now, a coiled tendril looks a lot like a spring, but what kind of spring is it, and how does this overwinding affect its mechanical behavior? Interestingly, here we show that young tendrils do not overwind, but old tendrils do. Mechanically, that connection between the left and right-handed helices makes the old tendrils initially soft when pulled a small amount, and then much stiffer when pulled further. This behavior allows old tendrils to easily accommodate small plant movements, but then resist large deformations, providing a strong connection to the support.
Preliminary studies of passion flower tendrils show a similar coiling mechanism and pronounced overwinding. These initial observations open the door to future studies that will address important questions such as, does overwinding serve a functional purpose in numerous tendril-bearing plants? And is there a clear evolutionary advantage to developing this unusual mechanical behavior? And what can we learn from these cucumber tendril springs? The discovery of tendril overwinding and its mechanical consequences hints at the possibility of biomimetic springs that can be fine-tuned to achieve designer auto-adaptive behavior with applications that arise everywhere that springs arise.